Welcome back to Bike Lane, your home for honest motorcycle reviews, riding tips, and everything in between. If you're into cruisers that blend heritage design with dependable performance, you're in for a treat today. We're taking a deep dive into the 2025 Honda Shadow 750, one of the most enduring names in the midsize cruiser category. Whether you're just curious about this bike or seriously considering it as your next ride, stick around as we break down everything from design and performance to comfort and value. A cruiser with history. The Honda Shadow has been around in one form or another since the 1980s. It has seen several changes over the decades, but what stayed constant is its reputation for reliability, approachability, and classic cruiser styling. The 750 cubic centimeters version, in particular, has always hit that sweet spot for riders who want enough power for the open road without stepping into heavyweight territory. The 2025 model doesn't reinvent the formula, it refines it. Honda knows its audience with this bike, riders who appreciate old-school cruiser charm but still want something you can fire up and ride every day without hassle. Design and styling, classic done right. Let's talk about aesthetics. The 2025 Shadow 750 keeps the familiar cruiser silhouette, low, long, and laid back. You've got that sculpted teardrop fuel tank, sweeping fenders, and a generous dose of chrome, especially on the exhaust, headlamp housing, and engine casing. But Honda has added just enough updates to keep it from looking dated. This year's model brings in new paint options, think deep metallic blues, matte blacks, and a stunning candy red. There are also subtle styling tweaks like a sleeker LED headlight and taillight, along with blacked-out engine elements that contrast beautifully with the chrome. It's a cruiser that respects tradition but doesn't feel stuck in the past. Engine and performance, smooth and steady. Under the hood, or tank, in this case, you're working with a 745 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin. It's the same bulletproof motor Honda has been refining for years, and that's not a bad thing. It puts out around 44 horsepower and about 47 Nm of torque, not numbers that will blow you away, but more than enough for relaxed cruising and the occasional highway pass. The 5-speed transmission is smooth and predictable, and Honda's signature shaft drive means no chain maintenance, something a lot of riders appreciate, especially on longer tours. Power delivery is gentle and linear, which makes the Shadow extremely rider-friendly, particularly for newer or shorter riders. It's a bike that doesn't demand much from you but gives back a lot in terms of comfort and ease of control. Handling and ride quality, made for the long haul. When it comes to handling, the Shadow 750 won't win any agility contests, but that's not the point. This is a cruiser through and through, built for relaxed riding and steady handling. The rake and trail give it a stable feel at highway speeds, and while tight corners take a bit of effort, it rewards smooth, confident riding. The suspension setup is basic but effective, a 41 mm front fork and dual rear shocks with adjustable preload. It absorbs most road imperfections well, especially when riding solo. Add a passenger or some luggage, and you might feel the suspension's limits, but overall, it's a plush, forgiving ride. The low seat height, just under 26 inches, gives riders of almost any height the ability to flat foot at stops, making it ideal for city traffic or stop-and-go riding. Combined with its relatively light curb weight for a cruiser, around 560 pounds, the Shadow feels manageable and balanced even at low speeds. Technology and features, simplicity is key. Don't expect a tech-loaded machine here, and that's kind of the point. The Shadow 750 keeps things refreshingly simple. You get a combined analog-digital instrument cluster with a large speedometer and a small digital display for the odometer, fuel gauge, and trip meter. No Bluetooth, no ride modes, no traction control. Just the basics. But what you do get is ABS, now standard for 2025, which is a welcome safety feature, especially for new riders or those commuting in unpredictable weather. And again, the shaft drive deserves another shout-out. It's clean, quiet, and nearly maintenance-free, which can be a big plus for riders who just want to get on and go. Comfort and ergonomics, cruiser comfort done well. Comfort is where the Shadow 750 really shines. The seat is wide and well padded, and the riding position is relaxed, with forward-mounted foot pegs and slightly swept-back handlebars. It's that classic, feet forward, back straight, cruiser posture that lets you melt into the saddle and enjoy the ride. Longer rides are made easier by the ergonomic design. You're not hunched over, and there's no need to shift around to stay comfortable. The seat could feel a little firm after a couple of hours on the road, but that's nothing an aftermarket cushion or gel pad can't fix. There's also decent aftermarket support if you want to add a windscreen, saddlebags, or a passenger backrest. Honda's lineup of official accessories is limited but well made, and the Shadow's popularity means there's no shortage of third-party upgrades out there. Fuel economy and everyday use. Fuel efficiency is another plus. You're looking at roughly 55 miles per gallon, which means you can expect over 200 miles per tank under normal riding conditions. That makes the Shadow a great daily commuter, especially if you're trying to save on fuel without giving up style or comfort. Whether you're commuting to work, cruising on the weekends, or even tackling a longer tour, the Shadow 750 is up to the task. It's nimble enough for city riding, comfortable enough for highway miles, and affordable enough to be a first or second bike for a lot of riders. Pricing and value. The 2025 Shadow 750 comes in at a competitive price point, just under $8,500. When you factor in the build quality, reputation for reliability, and low cost of ownership, it's hard to find a better value in the cruiser class. Insurance is typically low, maintenance is minimal, and parts are widely available thanks to Honda's global presence. This isn't just a bike, it's an investment in hassle-free riding. And for many riders, that peace of mind is priceless. Final thoughts: who is this bike for? So who should consider the 2025 Honda Shadow 750? If you're looking for a stylish, reliable, and comfortable cruiser that won't break the bank, this is a top contender. It's especially appealing to beginner to intermediate riders who want a bike they can grow with. But even seasoned riders will find value in its low-maintenance nature and everyday usability. It may not have the flash of a big V-twin or the tech of a modern sport tourer, but what it offers is something far more enduring: simplicity, dependability, and timeless cruiser appeal. Thanks for riding with Bike Lane. That wraps up our in-depth look at the 2025 Honda Shadow 750. What do you think? Classic cruiser done right, or is it time for Honda to shake things up? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to Bike Lane, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next ride review. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart.